What's up, YouTube? It is your boy JB, and I'm here today with the review for Married to Medicine Los Angeles, Season 2, Episode 5, entitled Homecoming Queens. So, you guys, without further ado, let's go ahead and just jump into this episode review. Alright, you guys, so let's start the episode up with the Bobbsey Twins. And, I know that there are people out there that do like Jasmine and Shanique. I'm not judging nobody that likes them. I just question, what is it about Jasmine and Shanique that you guys like? Because Jasmine and Shanique together are a bit much to take. Just got to put that out there. It feels like when I watch a scene with Jasmine and Shanique, it feels like I'm watching the Peanuts gang. And you remember the teacher when she would just be talking and she'd go, womp, 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 womp. That's what I feel like when I watch Jasmine and Shanique. Because for the life of me, I just didn't understand what they were talking about. I know Jasmine was talking about the fact that her husband ordered a lot of food. I didn't understand it. Quite honestly, I really, truly didn't. I was drawing a huge fucking blank. I'm just gonna like, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? Didn't understand it. But Shanique is going over this PowerPoint presentation that she's prepared for Robert, or as my girl Roxanne calls him, Little Tiny Robert. Yeah. I understand Shanique with her wanting to do something different in her life. I don't understand that part, but I don't necessarily know if Shanique has thought this thing completely through. And I mean, I get it. A PowerPoint, it's alright, but I mean, couldn't you have come up with a business, like treat this actually like it's a business arrangement? Like you have like you have your proposal, you have your business plan, everything set out and prepared to talk to him. And even if you want to use a PowerPoint, use that as cliff notes, and have the presentation, like have it in paper form, hand it to him, and go from there. But if that's what she wants to do, I'm gonna let Shanique have it, and I'm just gonna move the fuck on. All right, you guys. So next, let's talk about Dr. Kendrick. So this episode opens, and we see Dr. Kendrick. She has Jasmine over to her house, and I guess Jasmine's supposed to be helping her with working out, nutrition, whatever. I don't know why she didn't go see an actual nutritionist. I'm confused about that, but okay. And we found out that Jasmine was a bodybuilder. Congratulations to her. For me, I don't understand Jasmine when it comes down to her whole eating habits. It's cool, I understand people do the paleo diet, the keto diet, whatever diet, but girl, to not have seasoning on your food, that's just a little weird for me. Seasoning is just that. It adds flavor to your food. But okay, if Jasmine wants to eat some bland ass food, let her eat her bland ass food. Now, what I will say is Jasmine comes off very superficial to me, because for me, with Jasmine, it seems like it's all about the outside. Like, you can have the nicest body on the outside, but what's on the inside? Like, how is your inside? That's what really comes down to. Like, are you healthy? Yes, you might have a six pack abs, nice butt, whatever. But are you really, really healthy is the question. But whatever. If they like it, I love it. I'm not judging it. But I mean, there is a such. I mean, you can't eat whatever you want and still manage to lose the weight. Now you might want to eat certain. You might want to cut back on certain things or eat things in moderation. Like if you have a sweet tooth and you like candy, eat that in moderation. If you like to drink soda, drink it in moderation. Don't do it every day. But like I said, if that's what Jasmine and Dr. Kendra want to do, by all means, let them have it. So then we see Dr. Kendra. She met up with Leah. Leah's coming to this table with a new haircut. I like Leah's haircut. So Leah did say to Dr. Kendra, like when it came down to this whole thing about the outfit that you had on, girl, I was joking, but she does apologize to her, and Dr. Kendra didn't feel no type of way about it because Dr. Kendra feels like she looked good in it. I beg to differ, but Dr. Kendra likes it. I'm gonna let her love it. If she likes it, I love it. So then Dr. Kendra says that she feels that Shanique, her, and Leah need to go out with each other, hash things out, and put it in the past. And she knows there's a winery that the wine tasting they can go to. Leah seemed reluctant at first, but she says, "You know what? I'm cool with it. Let's go." So then we get there. Shanique was the first to show up. Then Leah shows up, and they realize that they wore the same color. And then it was awkward at first, but then they started talking and had a conversation with each other before Kendra showed up. So then when Kendra showed up, she had on that outfit. I'm like, oh God. It didn't look that bad. The only thing about that outfit was it didn't look like it was ironed. That was my only problem. I'm like, did she iron that? Because it looks really, really dingy and wrinkly. But I'm not judging. But Kendra and Leah, not Kendra, but Shanique and Leah were able to put the shit to the side and say, you know what, fuck it. I apologize. Let's move forward. Thank God we can let this shit die. Let's move on. Alright, you guys. Next, let's talk about Dr. Imani. So we see Dr. Imani, her mother is back home from a trip to China that she went to. And we find out that, I think she said it was her great grandmother, or it was a grandmother, who is African American and Chinese as well. And her mom, went there to find out a little bit about their heritage. And I'm like, that's pretty cool. That is something that I do want to do as an ancestry to see what my makeup is. I know that I do. I know my grandmother, well, my great great grandmother, who I actually knew. She was actually that's weird. Cause I know she had African descent in her. I know she was part African, but then her father was a Native American. So I do know I have African and Native American in me. I do want to do an ancestry. It will be interesting. So then Imani, she's telling her mom that she's going to go speak at Xavier, and she's going with Brittany and Contessa. And then she and her mom talk about her relationship with Phil. Now Imani is a non-traditional person, and I knew there was a reason that I liked Imani, because I'm non-traditional as well. I don't, I was thinking one day, I'm like, damn, am I marriage material? Because it's like, I would love to get married. I think about marriage sometimes, but then I think to myself, like, I don't want to live with anybody. I like my space. I like living on my own. Like, I enjoy that. Like, I enjoy coming and going as I please. I like sleeping in my bed alone. Like, those are things that I enjoy. So I'm like, damn, am I really cut out to be married to anybody? Sometimes I say yes, sometimes I say no. So then we see the ladies, it's Brittany, Contessa, and it is Imani. They're in New Orleans. So, they go out and they talk about Phil once again. I think Imani and Phil are going to be just fine. I hope that they're not, exploiting their relationship for the show. I don't feel like they are. But, I feel like they're going to be fine. I think that what it is they just probably need to have communication with each other. If she misses him, she needs to tell him that she misses him and like, hey, come home, check in. Or I'll fly out there with you. Whatever, it works for you. And Brittany understands the situation because, Brittany is still going through some of the stuff with Mac. It's not as bad as it was last season, but she's still going through some stuff with Mac. Now, when it comes to Brittany, I've been saying this for the last few weeks now. Brittany needs to kick her son out of that bed because she says that she and Mac are not intimate. And I'm like, but the reason why you and Mac are not intimate is because y'all got your son sleeping right next to you. How do mommy and daddy have sex when the son is right there with them? So then we see Mac, he's talking to Robert about this situation. Robert says, we went through that same situation as well, but it came a time where we told the kids, you got to go sleep in your room while mommy and daddy had their alone time. And I think that's what it really has to come down to with Brittany and Mac. Y'all got to tell your little homie, like, yo, little nigga, get your ass up, go to your room, sleep in your bed. Like, this is our room. Why do we have a bed for you if you're like, no, it just would not work. Your husband is gonna go sleep in your son's bed. Now, Britain did say to contestant, because contestant said the same thing that I said. Britain says that she doesn't want to kick him out of the bed. Shit, you might not want to kick him out of your bed, but what are you gonna do if your husband goes out and find another woman to get in her bed? How would you feel then, Britain? And I'm just putting that out there. Just saying. Just saying. But let's move on, you guys. All right, you guys, and then let's close this episode out. It's so funny because today I went to go walking today, and I was on my way back home, and I was like, Married to Medicine comes on tonight. I'm like, you know what? Maybe I can address this situation that's going on in the world currently. And I was like, I was like, you know what? You do it at the beginning of the video, and then just go right into it. But it's so funny that it actually ties what I want to talk about ties into this episode so perfectly. I didn't expect that, and it's just random how I thought about it. But they went. Imani and Britton went to a museum. I don't know what kind of museum it was. I should have paid attention a little bit closer attention to it. But I did see where it said Black Lives Matter, All Lives Matter. When it comes to All Lives Matter, I get sick of seeing. I understand. Yes, every human life matters, but that's not what the whole. When people say, and I hate when people say, it's just frustrating, you guys. It really is. Yes, all lives matter. Black lives matter. White lives matter. Blue lives matter. All lives matter. But Black Lives Matter is not saying that no life is more important. What we're saying is it doesn't seem that people really, really, truly care about the black life. Like, just look at what's going on in this current climate right now with George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery. Like, look at all of this shit. Like, look at it. It's just, it infuriates me. Like, Friday afternoon, I was working and I was on my break, and it was 3 o'clock, and I watched this show on ABC called The Daily Blast Live, and they showed the clip of George Floyd being killed, and that's, I sat here in my room and I literally cried because how can you sit there and not value human life, a black life, any life, where a person is telling you that they cannot breathe? How do you sit there and do that? And then the other cops that sat there and just watched. How? How do you do that? Explain that to me. Like, I never, for the life of me, been a black man. My mom, I was her only child. She used to always, tell me she feared little things for me. She didn't fear, she would tell me how to talk to the police and handle the police. Because I have, you guys see me on this channel, and the way that I talk on this channel is the way I talk in real life. You know, I will, I ask questions. And sometimes the questions, sometimes it can seem like I'm coming off a bit defensive when I'm not. But she would just tell me, do what the cops say. And I didn't really, I didn't really 100% understand it so much until we got to this point where we're at currently with all these deaths that have happened within the last at least 10 years. And you just see the police brutality. I didn't really see it then, but I see it so clearly now. And I understand why she was the way she was. And, you got people like your dumbass president on on Twitter. He is calling people thugs, talking about, when they start looting, we start shooting. What kind of ignorant shit is that to say? Like, he's a dumbass. And, I have a problem. The biggest problem that I have right now is with these protests, the riots, the looting. I don't, I'm not here for looting. I'm not here for But I understand why people are. I definitely understand why we're doing it. And then like people like Shakana to go on her live and start crying about fucking Gucci store. Gucci, they have insurance, Shakana. You do realize that they have insurance. They can rebuild. Target has insurance, can rebuild. You guys like Target is an easy store to fucking steal from first and foremost. Let's keep that 100% real and honest. Target is an easy store that you can steal out of. Don't ask me how I know. I just know. But yeah, like Trump is talking about calling people thugs. You know, when they start looting, we start shooting. And then you got these black people that support him so much, and they sound so ignorant with the shit that they say. And it's just like, are you that disconnected from the community that you don't see what's going on in the community? Are you that disconnected? And I feel like some of them are. Like, here's something that I'm not understanding. Like, I don't understand this at all. Completely do not understand it. The people, piece of air. The people that are protesting, they were peacefully protesting up until the cops started throwing, shooting the rubber bullets at them, throwing the, what do you call it? I can't even think what you call it. Throwing the smoke at them. I can't get the proper word right now, you guys, but it was peaceful. You just have people walking around with signs. But yet instead, 3 weeks ago, you had motherfuckers protesting with assault rifles on them. Now, who is the real thug? Y'all didn't do shit to any of those people, especially up there in Michigan with that governor, Gretchen Whitmer, I believe that's her name, when those assholes were outside of her office with assault rifles because they could not go to work. They could not, because she hadn't opened up the state of Michigan. What the fuck? That is a thug to me. That's a thug. That is a thug. The people that are protesting for justice, not a thug. Like you have people and you still have these people who you're infringing on their rights because they don't want to wear a fucking mask. It's stupid. It really truly is stupid. We live in a crazy time. I just don't know. I don't know. But that's it. I do want to add one more thing to this episode. When Imani was talking about the fact that, when she was in school, a kid called her nigger, and she whooped that ass, and then someone called her son a nigger, and she made the mom cry, and, her son didn't fight. Racism. You're not, I saw a sign on Twitter that a child had today, and it said, "You're not born racist. Racism is something that you learn." That is 100% true. No one's born racist, because no one's born racist. You teach your kids racism growing up. And that's it, you guys. I'm going to get off of here, and I'm going to do Insecure, and we'll call it a night. But, you guys, that was Married to Medicine Los Angeles. Be sure to like this video, leave your comments, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification button. So you guys know when I drop anything else, please share this video. And until the next one, you guys, please, you guys, stay safe out there and take care of yourselves. Until the next one, you guys, peace out.